realest.
Boy, I come here to get busy, and it won't be no different from all the previous killers. I don't miss with this rap tighter than a Nike shoebox with socks as a Christmas gift. Can't swap a verse with me, I'm a saint till I ain't. Then somehow you shank with a fleur-de-lis. I don't need an army to arm me in me unless it's plenty. Don't care who do this or did it, I'm still gonna do my did it, coming with it. My people love me cause that's what I give them. Yeah, I bump heads with them, but I bust yours for playing with them. I cut the line to get in front of who you thought was next. I'm usually humble about this, but this ain't the time for that. So as long as these rappers know it ain't safe trying to try me, then hey, les éléments sont brûlés. You must not know I get out. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. Stop playing with me.
All right, y'all. All right, sports debaters, welcome to Hanging with July and Will. We got two special guest sports debaters on a podcast today. Miss Nene Osby, known for her tennis knowledge, most knowledgeable person I know in tennis and sports. And our Shug, who I went to high school with, he played basketball. I think you played at Port Barry, huh?
Yeah, I played at Port Barry, a little at Beauchamp. OHS, I got expelled before I got to play, you know. I went to a couple high schools. I'm known on that court, though. They know me.
All right. And, of course, I got my co-host Wilk with me, of course, holding it down, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I just wanted to get into a few basketball topics today, a few things that's interesting. First thing I want to talk about, we're going to jump right into it. I want to talk about Giannis. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Giannis. 2 back-to-back MVPs, 2 playoff failures. I'm gonna start off with you, Shug. What you think he got to do next year to put himself on that next level?
Besides go to Miami? I mean, it's obvious, man. He been in the league long enough. He have to develop a jump shot, man. That's obvious to everybody. Anybody watching TV know that, man. He's great at everything else, man. He can get to the goal with the best of them. He's strong as hell, man. He hard to contain in that paint. And man, he got to get that jump shot, man, and he gotta have confidence in it, really, because anybody can shoot the ball, man. You make it to the NBA, you had to do some shooting somewhere in life, man. You wasn't always just a layup type of person. You just had to get that confidence, be strong, be stronger, man, and it's all a mind thing, man. And he had to get himself around the right players. He got some great players over there in Milwaukee, but he go to Miami, man. It's gonna be nice for him.
That's funny that you say if he go to Miami, because if you compare him and LeBron, basically before LeBron left to go to Miami, he won 2 MVPs. His first MVP, he lost to Orlando in the conference finals, just like Giannis lost to the Raptors. His second MVP, LeBron, he lost to Boston in the semifinals, just like Giannis just lost to Miami. So, and after that, LeBron went to Miami. Now, Giannis ended up staying in Milwaukee, and he ended up bringing them a championship. That would speak volume. What you think about Nene Osby?
I don't think he can stay there in Milwaukee and do that. Not now. It's like a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people, but Cleveland. You know, they knocked LeBron for leaving, but he had to do what he had to do. Like he said, he had to learn how to win. He had to develop more. And I think a lot of these guys, they have the body, they have the mind, they have the mentality. We know they have the skill, but it takes a certain type of mentality to become a champion. And if I keep telling you, oh, you great, but you're not winning, that deflates your confidence no matter who you are, no matter what sport you're in. So I feel that him going to a team to try to win something, it's like, obviously he can't do it by himself. He can't. He's tried. He's good. And like you said, he does need to develop that jump shot. And I think a lot of time with shooting, I'm not a basketballer, but you have to develop your shot according to your body. And These guys' bodies are changing. He's a freak of nature. He has to get in that rhythm, and he has to have it in his head that, yeah, I can do this. I can go do this, because I think he has the alpha male mentality. He just needs to develop the championship mentality. And to get to where he has gotten in a couple of years that he's gotten there, he'll get him one, but I don't think he can get one in Milwaukee, not with what's around him.
Okay. Well, what about you?
I can jump in on that for one thing.
Go.
I don't think he have a leader mentality. He have to be surrounded by somebody that can lead him. Like that coaching staff over there in Milwaukee, not it. That system in Miami and a couple other places, they'll help him. He's not a leader. He's not a leader yet. That's his problem. He's not a leader. So he definitely can't stay in Milwaukee.
All right, what's your thoughts, Will?
I'm not even gonna look too deep into it. I don't think it has anything to do with his mindset. We know where Giannis came from. We know Giannis a hard worker. He get it in. The problem is it's the skill set. His skill set doesn't translate to the playoffs. When the game slows down and defense is set up and you don't have as many fast break buckets, he can't get a bucket consistently in the half court. That's what it boiled down to. That's it. It's the skill set. Develop the jumper, like y'all said. Get you a nice little midi. Get some counter moves, because you're not just about to bully everybody when they setting up the defense down low in the paint. You know what I'm saying? As far as leadership, Giannis 25, 24, 25. I mean, when you look at Milwaukee, the veteran leadership, I don't think they got good vets. And then you look at a culture like Miami, yeah, you got Jimmy Butler, but really and truly, the locker room guy on that team is Giannis Haslam. When you look around the league, you got locker room guys. You know what I'm saying? Who's pushing these guys? Giannis don't necessarily have that. I mean, you got your Brook Lopez, your Robin Lopez. They brought in Wesley Matthews. Man, these not real locker room leader type of guys that can galvanize a team. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to look too deep into it, saying it's the championship DNA type mindset or it's this or that. Man, to me, it's pure skill. Because if Giannis had a jump shot this year, I'm thinking they going to the finals. He couldn't score in the half court. That's really what it boils down to. The game slowed down. We all know the game slowed down, man, in the playoffs. So you're not getting all those fast break buckets, those easy buckets in the lane. Man, all that's dead. So what you gonna do now? And it was a great debate that I seen going on in the group. I think Giannis, I know AD got the championship. I think Giannis is a better player for the mindset, you know what I'm saying, as far as his mindset and how he approaches the game. But I think Anthony Davis is the more skilled player. Like AD a bucket in the half court. You get in the half court, the game slow down, give him the ball, he gonna go to work. Giannis can't do that. You can defend Giannis in the half court when you get to the playoffs. Now every year, man, we can go through the regular season for the next couple of years, man. Giannis gonna be a legit 28, 29, 30 points a game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. We know it's shooting probably about 60% from the field. Man, what you gonna do in the playoffs though, when the game slow down?
So you don't think that, like, for me, it's always been like these guys have been going through, the ones that went through high school, the ones that went through college, they've been the alpha male of their time. Right. AD was the alpha male at Duke. You know, he goes to New Orleans where he's supposed to be the alpha male, but he had to take a seat back when he went to the Lakers because he's no longer the alpha. He's a alpha, but he's not the alpha. And like you said, I do feel it has something to do with his mindset, because he has that mindset where he's willing to, okay, whatever I got to do to win this thing, I'll do it. Whoever I got to listen to. And it's LeBron. It ain't like you listen to some Rudy Poo dude. This is LeBron. So it becomes a different thing. How do you think these guys take that from going to me being the alpha male and having to step into the side and be like, okay, I got to follow this dude?
Well, you got to look at transition. Well, you got to look at it in a different way, like in a different light, in my opinion, because the NBA is so different now. I mean, I think you had quote unquote super teams back when you had Showtime Lakers and stuff like that, but the game is different. Dudes moving around, it's so much player empowerment. I love it. So you're going to have that movement. So guys do have to check their ego at the door. You know what I mean? Because if you partnering with a LeBron, man, you got to check your ego. You're not talking about a regular player, man. You're talking about a generational talent, top 2 or 3 player in the history of the game. So you got to check your ego at the door. But what I'm speaking on is the pure mindset of when you think about Giannis's mindset, Giannis got that dog in him. I don't think Giannis scared of the moment. I don't think that was the issue with the Bucks. I don't think it was that he folded because he was scared of the moment. I think it was he's too easy to defend in the playoffs because he can't shoot. He's one-dimensional.
I don't think he have enough dog in him. I just when it comes down to crunch time and like LeBron, as much as I don't like LeBron, he had that dog in him. When it comes down to that moment, even as a rookie, even when he lost the ball, he was doing that. He had that dog in him. He did. He don't have a killer instinct, but he had a dog in him. He gonna attack. He gonna drive. Nothing ain't gonna stop him from doing that. And Giannis don't have that dog in him, man. I don't see that.
So what is the killer instinct?
No, I need to address that right quick though, because I gotta address that because I don't know what maybe I'm saying something different. Because when I see Giannis is attacking. I mean, it's nothing you can do when I got my whole defense set up in the paint. Like what is he supposed to do? He can't shoot. If you take somebody like a Kobe Bryant and you defending Kobe Bryant, Kobe got the dog in him, right? So I got a counter move for you. I'm gonna throw somebody in on the block. I'm gonna hit him with a fader. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up for the midi. I'm gonna change it. Giannis don't have it. So what is he supposed to do? Run in there and try to dunk on 3 people and get a charge?
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to look at, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at the game and how they defend you. At some point, he can't do nothing if you got everybody in the paint. They running their zone for a reason. Toronto brought a zone out on that boy when Kawhi won that championship, man. Them boy brought a zone out. Miami used the same tactic. We're going to put our big bodies down there. Let's see what he going to do. He can't get down there. That's why they surround him with shooters. Cool, man. Let's get to the shooting ball missing. So now when your shooter's hitting shots, that's where he can be more aggressive to get in there. But it's only so much you can do. I mean, I look at it like, and I hate to do it, but a type of analogy is if I'm playing the Minnesota Vikings with 8 people there. Man, I'm about to put 9 people in the box. Run the ball. I dare you to run the ball. Somebody better get open on the outside. It ain't nothing he can do. They run in their zone to neutralize that. He don't have a counter.
Okay, so what's the difference between the killer instinct and the dog?
What was that? Y'all both were talking.
Go ahead. Well, I was saying, what's the difference between the killer instinct and the dog? I mean, do we consider killer instinct just like being able to take that last shot or being able to go in the paint against them 3 dudes and take that charge?
Yeah, killer instinct is being able to take that last shot with confidence at every situation, every moment when you're supposed to, not being passive, knowing that you the nigga for that shot. You're not trusting nobody else but yourself. That's that killer instinct. You practice that over and over again, not passing the ball, taking that shot over 2 or 3 people. Being a dog is just being aggressive. Jimmy Butler is being a dog. He don't have that. He have killer instinct, but not like the Kobe's of the world. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
He is a dog. He gonna go at you no matter what you throw at him.
I disagree with that. I disagree. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong though. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what I'm saying is there have been games in the playoffs where Jimmy will explode for 40 points and then come back and give you 12. He played to where the defense defended him. And I think Giannis does the same thing, but the difference is Giannis can't make that many, and Jimmy can. That's the difference.
The difference is Giannis being considered as a top 4-5 player in the league, and Jimmy not up in that discussion.
Oh, hold on.
He not.
We're gonna close this Giannis take, and we're gonna jump right into Jimmy Butler. But just to close the Giannis take, I like what you said, Wilk. And Giannis is a player that it proved that the NBA does slow down during the playoffs. During the season, I mean, he was averaging almost 30 points. During the season, these playoffs against Miami, he averaged 21. And actually, Chris Middleton was the leading scorer. So the game does slow down during the playoffs. But I want to hop on to Jimmy Butler now, since Shug said he's not a top 5 player.
That's funny.
I probably stand by myself on this argument. I probably do, but I think when you in the finals and when you go toe to toe with LeBron, the only player that ever went toe to toe with LeBron in the finals is KD. before this finals. The only person that went toe-to-toe in the finals with LeBron is KD. But Jimmy Butler, he went toe-to-toe with LeBron, and before that game 6, before that last game 6, well, before he was actually tired, he was actually outplaying LeBron during the series before that game 6. So I have starting next season. As the season starts, I got Jimmy Butler as a top 5 player in the NBA.
Oh, man.
Top 5. The reason, like I said, the reason because if you go in the finals where the spotlight is on you, where you have to be that dog, where you have to have that killer instinct, Jimmy Butler showed his whole package during the finals. Agree or not?
He gave it all.
He gave it all. He averaged more steals. He averaged more steals than LeBron. He averaged more assists than LeBron. He even averaged more blocks than LeBron. So I think starting the season off, I have Jimmy Butler as a top 5 player. I'm gonna start with you, Nene Osby. What's your thoughts on Jimmy Butler?
Well, when I saw that and Lakers on my team, I was like, Jimmy Butler was playing. He was playing AD and LeBron. You know, it wasn't just you playing no one dude. You playing both of those dudes. You might not be on both of them, but you playing both of them. And kid put up a hell of a fight, man. He had me nervous at one point, but like you said, I knew the fatigue was gonna set in. All I know is I wanted to give him $1 at the Circle K because old boy looked like he wanted to wash some windows, but he played ball. So, you know, top 5, I'd have to. I don't know. Y'all know I like Team Tahoe. Kawhi's my guy. He ain't make it, but it's just. But with him in the playoffs right now, hell yeah, I give him top 5.
Look, I'm gonna get to you last, because I know you got.
Okay. All right.
He's been in there. You know, I think when he played with Philadelphia, he was shadowed under Embiid, and I ain't never feel Embiid is that dude. I would always look at Jimmy Butler, and I was like, when I seen him leave, you know, I didn't think he would make it to the finals with them, but he did, which shows me that he got it. And we know that in those finals, that kid, he put it all out there. He played the best that he could. He did what he could against 2 of the best guys in the league. So I'd give him top 5, yeah.
All right, Shug.
All right. He had a top 5 playoff performance, but he's not going to be top 5 coming in the next year. Yeah,
I'm gonna pull a gun hog, but want to bet on it?
Yeah, we can bet on it. We had plenty of people who had good.
I don't have PayPal. We got to do Walmart to Walmart.
We can do that. We can do that. Cash out, whatever you want to do. But he just played he just finally got to the right team. He's been a good player, but when you get in that system, that Miami system, man, it brings out all your strengths in your game. It kills all your weaknesses too. Jimmy, he had a great playoffs, great playoffs, but top 5, it's just hard for me to say that, man.
Let me ask you this question. This question. Okay, if we judging players by the season and the playoffs. Why wouldn't Jimmy Butler be a better player than Giannis right now?
You say why would?
Why wouldn't he be better than Giannis right now if we judge players by the season and by the playoffs? Because a big reason LeBron gets that he's the best player in the world is because what he do in the playoffs. Agree or not? Not during the season. The reason why a lot of people say LeBron is the best player in the world. I disagree. I think it's Kevin Durant. But a lot of people say LeBron the best player in the world. It's because what he do in the playoffs. Because what he elevates his team in the playoffs.
But he also doing it in the regular season.
It's just one playoffs, man. It's just one playoff. You got to be consistent with that. I ain't saying Jim ain't going to be consistent with it, but he ain't going to bring it like this every year. This is going to be his best year ever in his career. This is what he's going to be remembered for this year. I don't see him.
I don't agree with that.
Bring you in now, Will.
All right, so look. You already know how I feel about this. Jimmy's not top 5 going to next year. Stop it.
I'm a Heat fan. D-Wade, my favorite player. Before retirement, D-Wade was my favorite player ever. So I'm a Heat fan. I ain't against the Heat, but nah. Go ahead.
He's not top 5 going to next season. And that's not a knock on Jimmy Butler. I think that's more so a way to appreciate the greatness that we do have in the league. Because coming in the next season. You know, you got LeBron, you got KD will be back healthy. Now this pending KD's health, you know what I'm saying? You got Steph coming back healthy. You got who else we got out there, man? We got Giannis and Kawhi. You got all these guys coming back. And how I look at it, like you said, is a combination between the two. To me, Jimmy is Jimmy. Jimmy gonna be who he is. Jimmy gonna get you 26 and 5. That's what he gonna average next year. Make sure we archive this episode. He's gonna average 26 and 5.
He gonna play defense too. Remember that. He
gonna play defense. That's what he's known for, man. He's one of the better two-way wings that we have in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But Jimmy is not a top 5 guy, man. Like he's not. Like stop it. Stop. That's it. We already talked about it.
Give me 5.
Give you 5. Okay, I'm going. I'm trying to remember what my list was. We had a whole podcast with the top 10 going into the next season. LeBron, KD, if he's healthy. And my 5 not in no particular order because I don't want to, you know, overtalk myself from what I did last time. But LeBron, KD, I think I had Steph, Kawhi, and Giannis. Or I might have had Harden up there. Somebody, I don't know.
You had Steph. Steph.
And I'll put Jamal Murray ahead of him too. After this year, I think that was a confidence builder for him.
So you can give Jamal Murray. You could put Jamal Murray over Jimmy Butler.
Jamal Murray the best on his team.
But you can't put.
Jokic the best player on that team, but Jamal Murray gonna be way better next year. We talking about coming to next year, man. He gonna be a whole different dude. I'm telling you. Just
you don't think Jokic will? I think Jokic gonna be better too.
I don't see him getting no better than he already is. I don't see.
I agree with that.
He's already great everywhere, man.
What I'm saying, Jokic in the playoffs, I think he's gonna be better next season than that. You got to remember he lost weight, so he was adjusting to the weight loss. That man about to ball next year. Jokic about to ball next year, man.
I believe that. I believe that.
All right, who's in your top 5, Nene? Who's in your top 5?
LeBron, I like KD, of course Steph. I like AD and Giannis, but with me, the KD thing, I think he gonna do his thing. But I would have to put Jimmy Butler up there because I think that he's gonna put in the work in the off season too. Because I think when you get that close to it, you can taste it. And I think he built a lot of confidence in himself in these finals. I think he's going to be up there. Now, it's a lot of dudes running around there. I mean, Harden, them guys, you know, Harden he do his thing in Houston, but I think that Jimmy's going to prove himself. He going to be mentioned. I think he's going to have it. I think he's going to do what it takes. Do I think he's going to make it back to the finals? No.
Nope.
But I don't think he's going to make it back to the finals, but I think he's going to put in enough effort. He's going to put in a decent enough season. He'll make it to the playoffs. He's going to put in a decent enough season to where he's still going to be mentioned in the conversation. I don't think KD going to stay healthy the whole season. We know AD not going to stay healthy the whole season. But, you know, I think Jimmy going to put up, he going to let the world know I'm still here. Kawhi going to offset his games. And, I mean, it's going to be between the top guys, it's always the same thing. It's going to be those same names, Mitch. It's going to be the same thing. What can you overcome? Can you overcome these injuries? Can your body adjust? You know, and Jimmy got hurt in these playoffs. We know he did, you know, but that's time consuming. That's the nature of the beast. That's the sports. But he's going to be in there. He's going to have his name up there. We'll come back to this conversation, and I'm thinking better than 26 and 5.
Okay. Man, look, hey, I got a quick take before you jump back. Look, check this out. This is about to happen. I'm about to give y'all a rundown of what's about to happen with the Miami Heat next year, man.
Run it down.
Jimmy Butler gonna be who Jimmy Butler is and who he's been for his career. He's in a great spot. Tyler Hero about to make a jump. Don't sleep like he ain't about to make a jump. All right, Bam Adebayo about to make a jump. So I mean, Jimmy's gonna be that consistent guy. He's going to give you 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and play lockdown defense. I'm telling you what's about to happen, man. Mark this down. Bam and these other guys are about to take a jump, man. And then they looking for more talent to bring out there to South Beach. It ain't much more Jimmy about to do, man. Jimmy going to be Jimmy. He going to elevate his game in the playoffs again. Now, in the playoffs, you might see Jimmy go up to like the 26, 27 points a game, he's not about to average that throughout the course of the regular season. It's not about to happen.
Hey, but ain't that how it's supposed to happen though? You coach yourself during the season, and then the playoffs you elevate your game.
No, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is the guys that we talking about, when they coasting through the season with 27, 28, and then they get into the playoffs with 30, 32.
But they have to put up 27, 28.
Not Giannis.
I give you that. But I'm taking Giannis over Jimmy any day.
But with those guys that put up 27, 28, they have to put up those to get into the playoffs. Right?
Not necessarily.
I'm gonna put it to you like
this. They putting up 27, 28, and they not making it to the final.
Yeah, look at Hard.
Hard putting up 35.
For some players, it's just about them numbers. They gonna try to get them numbers every week.
Hey, I'm a judge play. Hey, I do put season. I do consider season as a big stepping stone of how players judge, but we have to judge during the playoffs too, and that's what LeBron. I ain't gonna lie, LeBron taught me that I can't just judge them during the season. I have to judge them during the playoffs too. And hey, Jimmy Butler, I have to say entering next season. Of course, I got KD first. I got LeBron second. I got Kawhi third. I got Giannis and Jimmy Butler fourth and fifth. But at the same time, I got AD winning MVP this year because I think during the season he's gonna elevate his game and elevate the Lakers to eventually win MVP. But I just think Jimmy Butler, his play during the playoffs and finals last year earned him the right to be entering the season to be a top 5 player. Because Jamal Murray, he played good during the playoffs, but when he played against the Lakers, he was all right. Harden, he played good during the season. When he played against the Lakers, he was all right. Dame Lillard, he played good in the bubble, but when he played against the Lakers, he was all right. But when Jimmy Butler played against the Lakers, he elevated his game even more.
He did. To our argument last time, Jimmy Butler did his thing during the final. Don't get me wrong, and he had games sprinkled in throughout the postseason. Jimmy wasn't the best player on his team every series, though. Bam Adebayo was the best player against I want to say it was Boston, and then it was Dragic was the best player against Milwaukee. So I'm saying, like, I understand you got to elevate players. I'm gonna give you an example as well. Now if we go all the way back to 2004 when the Pistons won that thing, going into the next season, now one of them ball about to be top 5. Sometimes you just got a team that's so well put together that they make that run, and I think that's what the Heat.
But nobody on the Pistons on that championship team separated themselves from anybody else. Jimmy Butler separated himself in the finals from anybody on the Heat. He separated himself from anybody.
What I'm saying is he had to. He had to. Dragic was hurt. That's what I'm getting at. Like, Dragic was hurt, so he had to step up. He's the veteran on that team. You got Tyler Hero, a rookie out there. These dudes about to take a step. I'm not knocking Jimmy, but if we're talking about from a talent standpoint, Jimmy Butler's not a top 5 talent in the NBA. Like it's nothing that you can say to make me believe. He steps his game up. That's a mindset. He's not a top 5 talent.
If we were talking just talent alone, Devin Booker would be a 10 player. But we're not just talking talent. We're talking about heart too. It's not all when you rank players, when you rank the greatest of all time players, you're not just ranking talent. If you was ranking just talent, Kobe Bryant would be number 1, hands down. If you're ranking just talent. But we don't rank just talent.
He ain't top 5.
Nah. It ain't nothing you gonna tell me that's gonna make you
ain't top 5, period.
No way. No. We're gonna keep it simple. Ain't no way.
All right, y'all. But speaking of KD and Kyrie, that's the reason why I think the Heat not gonna get to the finals again. I think we all agree on that because but my reason is because KD and Kyrie coming back. I want to hear from you first. Wilk, I want to hear from you first on this one, Wilk. What you think about KD and Kyrie and how far you think they're gonna get next year?
KD and Kyrie not making it to the finals next year. Here's why, man. Both of them great talents. I like KD, man. I know a lot of people don't like the move to Golden State. I wasn't necessarily too fond of it either. But, man, forget these organizations. Dog them off for player empowerment, man. So I'm not even going to judge them on it. Do what you got to do. Neither one of these dudes leaders. Neither one of them. Neither one of them leaders. So what's going to happen when you really in there, man, and you hit that rough patch, which they might not even have a rough patch with the talent that they got, though, but you hit that rough patch. Neither one of these dudes can galvanize a locker room and they're not leaders. And I don't see them guys as leaders. I don't see it. You know, I think Boston is better without Kyrie. And that's crazy to say a talent like that. You bring a Kemba Walker in. I think Kemba Walker fits that team better. I don't know how the dynamic's gonna be with both of them kind of needing the ball. I don't know. I don't know who's taking the last shot. I don't know, because Kyrie feel like he the best shot maker out there. I don't know how this about to be, man. Like, they're gonna have to develop some really, really good chemistry. I don't know what they're gonna do with Caris LeVert, because I like Caris LeVert. A lot of people sleep on Caris. I like Caris. I don't know what they're gonna do with Spencer Dinwiddie. They got a lot of names and people that they can put in place. I like Joe Harris. I love Joe Harris. He gonna help them out a lot, man. But I don't think they make it to the finals. They might get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I don't see those guys making it to the NBA Finals next year.
So who you have beating them? What team will actually beat them in a 7-game series?
I'm glad you asked that question, man. That's a really good question. The Boston Celtics will be in the NBA Finals next year.
Okay.
And I hate to say that, because when Blake hit his, Blake gonna be tripping. The Boston Celtics, man.
What you think about KD and Kyrie next year, Shug?
Shit, championship or bust. I mean, I know they both coming off injuries. They're not all the way healthy, but when the season starts, they should both be healthy. And when you have two of the top 10 players in the league, when they're healthy, together like that, and with the good pieces that they have, like he just mentioned, Spencer, Harris, and Joe. They got a couple of DeAndre. He fell off, but he'll be a good piece down there in the middle. Jared Allen, if they still have him. Do they still have him?
You still got him.
All right. Yeah, I see championship or bust. I picked Boston to go to the finals this past season from day one, and they upset me, man. And I don't see them making it next year. If they couldn't beat that Miami Heat team this year, I don't see them making it next year. They just we ain't gonna get on the players they have, but Kyrie and KD together, championship or bust. None of them necessarily been leaders on the teams they've been on. KD was a leader in OKC, but Russ overtook him, so he took most of his nuts away. And in Golden State, it was Steph. He was the leader of that team. So I think the locker room gonna listen to KD on this one. No, I think he done built himself into a leader, and they trust him, they respect him, and they gonna listen to him. Last shot situation, everything should go to KD. Kyrie needs to bow down to him for right now, unless Kyrie have a game where he got 40 or something like that. If he hot, KD will be passing and get him the ball. But other than that, KD taking the last shot in every situation. I think he's the best player in the world, and I think they're gonna get there next year, man. They have to.
All right, Nene Osby, what you got?
I only know two people on their team, and that's Kyrie and KD. I do think it's true. It's the truth. So now, as far as that alpha male thing, KD doesn't have it. He has the alpha male skills, but he does not have the alpha male mentality. He is, not to offend anybody, I got 3 boys. He's a mama's boy. I think he needs a lot of self-approval. I think that's where his confidence lacks in. As good as if I was that good, you couldn't tell me yet. But he's that dude that it seems like he has to have that go ahead. You don't have to do that, dude. And I see him developing better, yeah. But the only thing that I think would keep them out, because I do think they'll get in it, is his health. I don't think he's going to stay healthy. I'm not wishing no bad on nobody, but it's just the way his body's made. I don't think he can stay healthy the whole time, because he has to play hard. He has to take those shots because we know he can. But I do see them getting into the final. If they don't make it in, It'll be Boston, but it don't matter because the Lakers taking it back.
Will, what you got, Will? I heard from you first already, Will.
You know, I can go again. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hey, but yeah, I honestly think KD and Kyrie, man, you got two players with championship experience. Kyrie already came out and said that he ain't never had another player on his team that was what he would give the last shot to or whatever. He threw a shot at LeBron or something. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He threw some kind of shot at LeBron by hyping KD up. So I think Kyrie already got KD respect, or KD already got Kyrie respect. But yeah, I got the Nets going to the finals, and I think everybody want to see KD versus LeBron in the finals again. Now that LeBron got a Anthony Davis and not a Tristan Thompson, I think everybody want to see that finals KD versus LeBron next year. All right, and that's gonna bring us into our last topic: can the Lakers repeat? I honestly think it's not gonna be up to LeBron and AD if they repeat. I think it's going to be, can they bring Rondo back? Is Dwight Howard leaving? Is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, is he going to have the same kind of game he had in the playoffs? I think it's going to be up to those kind of guys to, if the Lakers either repeat or not. It's not going to be up to LeBron and AD because AD going to step this game up, I'm pretty sure. LeBron going to become more of a point guard. His scoring gonna go down, but he's gonna become more of a point guard. But I think the most important piece is Rondo, because when LeBron come out of the game, the Lakers don't have a real point guard, and Rondo proved during the playoffs that he could run the point guard with LeBron in the game or without LeBron in the game. So, Nene, since the Lakers your squad, I want to hear from you first. What you think about the Lakers' chances of repeating next year?
As a fan, of course, I'm gonna say yeah. As a being serious about it. The Warriors gonna be tough, and they done play LeBron. If he has a number, they might be one of the teams that have it. And it's like they haven't went up against them too strong in a playoff series, but it's not gonna be easy for them. It wasn't easy this year, but the Warriors gonna give them a run for their money. Houston might give them a run for their money this year too. So it becomes that thing to where I think they can repeat. I think they will repeat. I think it is going to come up with them other three. I think they're going to need bench help. It's going to take more next year than it took this year. So they're going to have to stay with the plan. And I think that they meshed well this year. So that's going to be pretty easy. And it's just sticking to what you know, sticking to what you do. And LeBron is that dude. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of LeBron, but I've never had nothing against him. Of course, when he came to my team, I was happy. And it was like, did I think he was gonna get a championship this quick? No, I didn't. Glad he did. But it's just being on the realistic side, it's gonna be a lot harder next year than it was this year. They're gonna have to deal with them Warriors though. And like I said, if anybody got his number on the court as a team, the Warriors are the ones that had it. They're going to keep their schemes. They're going to shoot them threes. They're going to do their thing. Their bench going to get hot when they need to. But I think it's that whole mentality, like you said. Guys that's going to play on the Lakers team, whoever they may be, they're going to want to play good for LeBron. Because like I said, he's that essence, he's that presence. And that organization, when you put that purple and gold on, it's a whole nother level. Because you're walking through a hall of legends. And you're walking through a stadium of legends. And it becomes a mentality, it becomes a mindset that, okay, we got to do this for the brand. We got to do this for the Lakers. It's just the thing. And so if they're going to win it, stick with the program, do what you do, and beat the Warriors.
All right, Suge, what you think about the Lakers?
I ain't even worried about the Clippers. I'm not worried about the Clippers.
Playoff P.
I don't think they repeating. I think this was a bubble championship. I think this was a COVID championship. I think that the Warriors, the Nuggets, and the Clippers are gonna be too tough next year. I think they have 5 or 6 people signed right now. Everybody else free agent, so they have to get the right pieces. They have to get some good pieces. it's just gonna be too hard rebuilding. It's like a rebuild because they starting all over. Everybody free agents. Unless they sign everybody back, it's gonna be hard. But
All it takes is a year.
LeBron, he gonna be real tough. He gonna have that on his mind. He the second best player in the world right now. So if AD played the way he played and they get one more piece, I say they might repeat, but it's gonna be hard. It depends on who they sign, man. They have to get some good pieces.
Quick question. How he the second best player in the world? Who the first?
KD.
He ain't even playing.
KD. He gonna be playing next year. We talking about coming in next year. They repeat.
You said
KD
in the world right now.
KD. He number 2.
Yeah, I like KD.
Respect it.
All right, Will, what you think, Will?
Man, if you asking me to make a bet or place a bet on the Lakers versus the field, I'm taking the field. But I do think the Lakers have a great chance to repeat. A few things got to happen. Number one, you got to cut Danny. You got to get Danny out. You know what I'm saying?
They still paying you all day. How you going to cut Danny too?
Yeah, play with 4 if you got to. Danny got to go. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. You got to do something with Danny.
Got to get that energy off the team, man.
Yeah, he got to go, dog. Oh, number 2, man, they got to do something. Well, Avery Bradley should be back next year, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna help them out from a defensive standpoint on guards, cause guards was killing them, man. Like they that's gonna help them out a lot. So Avery Bradley coming back. And I seen people posting stuff about they looking at if they can't bring Rondo back, maybe getting Derrick Rose. That'll be a pretty good guy coming off the bench to just get some buckets. I like the Lakers going to the next year, man. But if I had to pick somebody going to the finals out the West, man, I'm going. If they held it, man, I'm going Golden State, man. Depending on who they what they do with this draft pick. If they're gonna draft whoever and maybe trade that pick to bring somebody in. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I don't think you can sleep on those guys from a championship pedigree with Steph and Clay and you still got Wiggins. Maybe package him with that pick and bring somebody like a Giannis in or something. I wouldn't sleep on those guys, man, but I think it's kind of premature right now because there's a lot of moves that still got to happen. But if we just looking at the structure of current rosters, I would say the Lakers got a good shot at repeating, man. I'm with Suge, though. Denver gonna be real. Denver gonna be real next year. Denver gonna be real next year. Michael Porter Jr. coming into next year healthy and with confidence. Denver might be a problem for real.
Hey, but speaking of Golden State, I think we found out this year. If you didn't already know, I know I learned a lot that Klay Thompson really was a real important piece to that team. Because at the beginning of the season, they had Steph, they had Draymond, they had D'Angelo Russell, 3 All-Stars. They still was getting their ass beat. Right. Like teams was like blowing them out. Right. And Klay Thompson, like, he a real missing piece on that team with his defense. Like I realized that he make a big difference on that team. What you think about Klay Thompson, Shug?
Yeah, he a big part of the team, but that wasn't a problem. That wasn't a problem last year. I mean, he was a big reason that they was bullshit, but they didn't have no 3. They didn't have no big man really. I mean, but Klay is very dangerous. He's very important to that team. He should get more respect, but he can't do it by himself. He can't go to another team and just be a leader of that team and change their organization around. He's not that type of player, but he's very important to that Golden State team. They ain't have no 3 at all. Now they have Wiggins. Defense. I mean, they won with Harrison Barnes. They can win with Wiggins. They get them a good 5, they're gonna be real dangerous, man. Real dangerous.
All right, Will, what you think of Klay Thompson, Will?
Man, I was trying to do it in my head, but Klay Thompson was the 4th or 5th best 2-way wing that we have in the league. But you got Kawhi, you got Jimmy Butler, probably Paul George, and then maybe Klay. I mean, and Klay Butler, like you don't leave Klay. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's very important because that what people sleep on a lot, even with the championship runs. Most of the time, Klay Thompson guarding one of your best players on the other end. So he neutralizing, or bothering some of your other players, and which is easy for him because he ain't really doing much offensively. Man, look, spot up and bust his shot. But go lock down on the other side. Man, I like Klay, man. But like Suge said, Klay not leaving Golden State and going to lead another team. You know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson give you 60 and dribble the ball 3 times. People said
for real.
Hey, honestly, I think if you replace playoff P with Klay Thompson, the Clippers win the championship.
Yeah, it hands down, yeah.
What playoff P?
Pandemic P, man.
What playoff P? What you talking about? I must not met him before. I don't know.
I don't want to disrespect him like Skip Bayless and call that man George Paul. I ain't gonna disrespect him.
Man, Pandemic P, I was done.
Real. Pandemic P. That's what he is, right there.
All right, Nene, we're gonna hear from you about Klay Thompson, the Warriors. Then we're gonna go to our closing take.
I think them guys, they've been playing together so long. Him missing, him being out, that destroyed the chemistry. Because if you're in a 5-man stack up with the same dude all the time, that's what you're used to. You don't have to look to your left. You know he there. You don't have to look to your right. You know where he is. And I think that throws the chemistry off when a guy like that is out. And like you said, he gonna defend. And when you need him to make a shot, he got that shot from anywhere on the court. So, I mean, I wish he's a little older. I tried to get with him, but it's just, you gotta, it's, to me, and especially in a team sport, when you missing a piece like that, it's hard to replace that piece, especially for somebody like Steph, because he's used to that dude. You know what I'm saying? He used to knowing where his wingman at. He used to know what he's doing. So I think that throws it off. The big man thing, yeah, you're going to have a big man in this game. So it's like, shit, give me Klay any day. I'll put him on my team. And yeah, I think if he was on the Clippers, they'd have probably at least made it to the conference final.
All right. Oh, yeah, Klay Thompson, he was a missing piece on that Golden State for sure. But we're gonna go ahead and get on into our closing takes. Like I was telling y'all when we was off camera, my closing take, I want to go ahead and talk about Carmelo Anthony. He 500 points behind Hakeem Olajuwon in career total points. 500 points. Even if they play 40 games this year, he averaged 12 points. He's going to pass Hakeem Olajuwon and be the 13th highest scorer in NBA history. And they had some guy in the group that said that Vince Carter had a better career easily. I mean, I think the reason why Carmelo Anthony gets disrespected so much is because first he was in the draft with LeBron, D. Wade, and Bosh, and he don't have a championship. Second, he won 3 Olympic gold medals. They make it seem like that's a bad thing. And third, that he was never. the defensive type of player as a LeBron, as a D. Wade, as a Bosh. That just wasn't him. He gonna finish his career like a Patrick Ewing or Reggie Miller, or I'm not gonna say Carmelo. I'm just stick with Patrick Ewing. But that's still a real good, solid career, real good first ballot Hall of Fame career. And I just think Carmelo Anthony needs to get respected like he should. Like, he had a real good career. It wasn't a failure. I mean, everybody can win a championship. T-Mac didn't win a championship. Carmelo didn't win a championship. They still had a successful career. So I just want to give a shout out to my dog, favorite basketball player in the league right now, Carmelo Anthony. What's your final take, Shug?
My final take is Bucks winning the Super Bowl. I'm finished. Nothing. That's what I got. All bets my way.
All bets your way. What you got, Nene? What's your final take?
My final take, I'm gonna stick to basketball. I ain't gonna go into that book shit. But my final take is the KD thing, the switching to Golden State. I feel that the sports have showed us that these teams ain't loyal to you. You know, they use you up, they get what they can out you, they make as much money off you as you can. You make money off of them too, but they not loyal. For a kid to leave and go to another team to try to win a championship, I ain't mad at you, kid. Do what you gotta do. You know, they call him soft, but like I said, one of his weaknesses is he care about what other people think. Man, them people. You got you a championship, you end up getting you two. Do what you gotta do, because in the end, when it's all said and done, they don't care about you. As long as you winning for them, you making them some money, they're gonna be there. Same thing with the fans. How you give your blood, sweat, and tears to a group of fans or a state or a city for so long, and you leave and decide to do something else, you come back, they boo you. That's trash to me. So I feel like I never felt the kid was soft for that. You know, I'm not his biggest fan, but hey, never had a problem with him doing that. Shit, you got to go do what you got to do. If a job offered me more money and better benefits, baby, I'm out. So shout out to KD for doing your thing. It wasn't a weak move to me, and that's my final take. Now, when y'all talk football, we'll go back into this Buck shit.
All right, what you got, Will?
Man, look, the Atlanta Hawks will be the 6th seed in the East next year. It's gonna happen. The Atlanta Hawks will be number 6, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Toronto not making the playoffs. It's Van Fleet league. It's over with. They done. I think John Wall coming back. So I think the Wizards gonna get the 7th seed. The Pacers dropping to the 8th seed. They losing Oladipo. They fired Nate McMillan, which was a bad move, by the way. That was my coach of the year this past year. But I think the Hawks gonna get in after, you know, the Bucks, Nets, Celtics, Heat, and the Sixers. The Hawks, number 6 seed in the East, man. Butler. Clint Capella coming back, held to the shore of the defense. Trae Young box office, but can't stop nobody. He give you 30 and give up 40. It's gonna look good though. It's gonna look good though. You know, I'm hoping Cam Reddish take that next step. DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, look, leave the PEDs alone. We can't have you suspended for 25, 30 games. Leave them alone, man. We're getting the 6th seed next season, man. Hey.
All right.
What's up?
All right, I want to thank y'all for being on this podcast. This is our official first podcast hanging with July. We're going to be moving on to our own YouTube channel. That's why I was telling Antonio, telling you to make sure y'all subscribe to that channel. Yeah, so we're going to separate ourselves. For sure, we separating ourselves from the sports debaters. I mean, that's still our people. I'm still going to do that podcast. But this podcast right here is strictly for just me and Will. So I want to thank y'all for being on the first podcast episode of Hanging with July. Will, it was nice to meet you, Nene. I never met you before. Nice to meet you. Sure, nice to see you again. I've been knowing you since high school. Will, next podcast episode, we're gonna get in football. Nene says she want to come back for that one.
I don't know, man. We can't have 2 Packers fans, man.
We're gonna have to team up.
Man, just one of y'all is enough.
We travel in packs, honey. We travel in packs.
Hey, is he the old one or is he the gumbo? Pick one.
Hold on, say that again.
Is he the old guy? Is he the gumbo? Pick one. Which one you got?
I plead the filth. The filth.
But nah, July get on me because I got 2 teams, but that's okay.
Hey, I have a team for 2 years. They're Brady retired too, so
we play San Francisco Thursday. Who you going for Thursday? We're playing San Francisco Thursday.
We're going for Green Bay. I told you, when we play each other, it's all about the pack. You know, my husband is a 49ers fan.
As long as y'all ain't playing the Bucks, y'all safe, man.
Look, that was one game, bro. One game. But I ain't even front. They look good as shit. I ain't gonna lie. They look good as shit. I ain't finna fake on them. But they need to get Mike Evans the ball. I need some fantasy points.
Oh, all right. Talk the time.
All right, y'all. It was cool.
Tell Rudy we said what's up too, man. Shout out to Rudy.
I will shout out to Rudy for y'all.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Yeah, all right, y'all. Man. Enjoy, y'all.
Enjoy.
Right.
Bye.